I'm gonna go ahead and put on a headset here. We got a couple of the other presenters are jumping onto the screen. We are going to be starting here in a few minutes. My name is Dennis Olson. Got some good stuff that's going to happen tonight. Going to be sharing another screen over here, so we're just getting everything set up. Hey, there's Dimitri. What's happening, Dimitri? I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I got you now.
All right, awesome.
Sweet, man. I know Eddie's working on getting in right now. A couple other people are coming in. I had to switch over from Safari over to Chrome here for this in order to get it to record, and it's not letting me give me my options to ask questions or have people ask questions. So.
All right. So pretty much you put the link into, yeah, I put it into the search, popped right up on here. So.
Okay, cool. You're on your computer?
No, actually I'm on my iPhone.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, all right. Eddie should have been popping on here. Let's see here.
It's all right. There's a saying in Russian that the first pancake always burns.
That is very true. You always burn the first one. You never want that first one.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a good test right here. Try it out.
All right. Oh, Eddie says all he can see is his face.
He should pop up here. Well, I don't know. First I saw my face only, and then I pushed join or something like that.
All right, Dimitri says to push join. Yeah, he was the one that I was working it through with him, and then he goes, how do I get in here? Then he joined into his Hangout app there, and then he came right in. It was no problem. So, all right, let's see here. All commands pressed. All right. Well, I know we've got a couple people that are on the call right now, and I don't want to hold them up. It is 9:03. I know Tara was riding down the road. Daniel's got a tough time at his house, but he really wanted to be on. So we are just going to kind of go with it, and if those guys can get in, great. If not, hey, we'll. This is like the first of many of these.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm not sure what is going on with Mr. Eddie Moe. Let's see here. I'll try him one more time. What's going on? Okay. Well, my name is Dennis Olson. Dimitri, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Dimitri Rumshin. Work in Harrisonburg, Virginia right now, where I live in Harrisonburg, Virginia right now. Used to live in Columbus, Ohio. Really excited about this.
I've got family from Ohio, and I notice that when people come down from Ohio, they tend to stay down here.
Yeah, don't want to go back.
So nothing against those of you that are in Ohio. Hey, we go up and we visit, but we do enjoy coming down and a little bit warmer. Let's see here. I apologize. I've got Eddie texting me over here. Um, doing still. Not out. Come back in. We figured we would just do somewhat of a more of a casual style of presentation. We get a lot of the presentations that are done on PowerPoint presentations about the team. We wanted to specifically address how to understand the comp plan, and a couple things that we're going to do tonight is we're going to run through the system, and then I'm going to screen share here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to screen share with my other screen, and I'm going to run through a couple of the different sites that you have available. We're going to go into the back of I'm sorry, Eddie's try the new link.
It's all good. We're all promoters here, so we all understand. It's all good.
Gotta love technology, huh?
Yeah, it's all good. We're all playing team here, guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let me send him that link just to make sure he's got the right one. Sorry, we're doing a test one. This is the first time we've done it on a Google Hangout.
Yep.
So, anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the comp plan. One of the things that is nice when we're dealing with people who are who are dealing with people who are local is the fact that we can actually sit down and draw it out. And like Dimitri, he's a visual person. I'm a visual person. A lot of maybe you're a visual person as well. There's Mr. Eddie Mazingo. He just popped in.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
Eddie, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, I'm Eddie Mazingo, the technology guru, coming at you live from Harrisonburg, Virginia.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Eddie is actually he's my sponsor. Yeah, if you got technical questions, ask Eddie.
No, let's not do that. No.
So, all right. Well, we were just really starting on the presentation here. We're going to do. So we're gonna draw out some the four key things that you can do that every single person has available to them when they start this business. Okay. Now, when you look at the comp plan, you can go back in your back office and you can go to the left-hand side, and there are a ton of documents, and I mean there's like a 14 or 16 page presentation that talks about the whole breakdown of how it works from the time you become a distributor or wholesale member all the way till the time you're triple diamond executive, I mean top echelon of the whole company. So we don't really want to work on that stuff there. We want to work on what is available to you right now as you're coming in. What should you be focusing on? We have a website that I'm going to direct you to. I'm actually going to show you exactly where to go to for the videos. Because folks, what we do is we really talk about just keeping the system very, very simple. Okay? And if we can keep it really simple, it's duplicatable. And that's really the name of the game, is duplication. Okay? So what I want to do is I'm going to actually pop up. I'm going to pull up my iPad on my computer screen here, and when I do this, I'm going to draw out the four key things that I share with people where they should be started with. Okay, one second here. Okay, can you guys see that screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So here's really what we're looking at when you come into Zija. It used to be, and this just changed 2 weeks ago. It was called a first order bonus. It is now called FSC. C. Okay? What this means is that when you come into the business, and you sponsor somebody, they have 3 different levels here. We have what's called a 40 PV, 75 PV, and 150 PV. And to understand that, $100 in purchases is equivalent to 75 PV. Okay? So that's just keeping it really, really simple. When you sponsor somebody, if you have an active, if you're 40 PV or above, the company is going to pay you 15% of that 75, equivalent to the whatever that PV is that the person that you enrolled. Okay, and I hope this makes sense. 15%. If you're active 75, this would be equivalent to this right here would be equivalent to a case of XM Plus, Super Mix, Smart Mix, that kind of stuff. A lot of the different products are $100. This is going to give you 20%. 150 PV, 25%. And I'll be honest with you, when we look at the system, if you're building your business, you're here. Okay. If you're just using the products, you're more likely you're here. If the oils and that kind of stuff, and you're getting some money back from sponsoring people, you're here. The reason why I say this is when you're here at 150 PV, if that's giving you product for you to use, and it's also giving you product for to share out, to sample out. Okay, so that's why we say it. That's why the company has this system set up. Now, this means that as soon as you sponsor somebody, this is what you get paid. Okay. Your second thing you have is called team commissions. And what I want you to do is I want you to think with me for a second. When you're building your team commissions, it's like you're building a house, okay? You got 4 walls in that house. I want you to look at it like you are you're laying cinder blocks. And this is week 1, this is week 2, this is week 3, and this is week 4. These would be called cycles. Cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, cycle 4. It's 28 days. That equals 1 period. Okay? When you're building your business, as you're sponsoring people, you're laying blocks on this first row. Week 2, you're building them here. 3, here, and so and so. And what happens is, as you keep building this, these walls start getting taller and taller, don't they? So as you're coming through and you're sponsoring people, remember, we go back here, you have your fast start commissions. That's your immediate payout. I sponsored somebody, they come in on a 75, I'm a 150, I get 25% of the PV. That 75 is equivalent to $18, I believe it's $18.75 per $100 purchased. Okay? So essentially, I sponsor someone in 2 cases, and they're going to come in. And I'm going to get a check for like $36. Now, what happens is that in 3 weeks, their auto ship's going to kick out. Okay, so if I sponsor them here on cycle 1, 2, 3, in cycle 4, their auto ship's going to go out, right? So now they're starting to build that block there. Reason being, so that it takes a week for it to get there, and they get their product and they're on the system. Now, as I'm building this system, as I'm building this house, and I go through each of the different cycles, that team commissions every month continues to push up through. And when that continues to push up through, that's how you get your rank advances. Okay, I'm gonna go here. We have your rank advancements, and I'm going to show you where this is. We also have team commissions. Eddie, you're Emerald.
Correct, yeah.
Team commissions. Does it play that big of a role for you?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. That's the foundation of the entire um, residual income concept with Zija because heck, team commissions make up, I would say, at least 80% of my weekly check, if not
80%.
more than that. Shoot, it's probably more than that.
Wow.
Yes. So, yeah, the $18 and the $36, that to a beginner does not sound like a ton of money, but once you understand the duplication process and the idea that you sponsor someone who sponsors someone who sponsors someone, and all of that comes into play with adding up what you're going to get for your team commissions. It's pretty powerful. And then what Dennis is getting ready to talk about is the other commissions that come into play on top of that. So I don't want to steal your thunder, Dennis. Go ahead.
Okay, excellent, man. Excellent. I'm glad. I just wanted to pass that out there. So yeah, when you see those first numbers, realize that when I first got in, I was thinking, team commissions. I didn't really even understand what team commissions was, and for the longest time, I'm like, I don't know. It's just back in there. It didn't really mean a whole lot, but now I really have understood that why they kept calling it the backbone of the system. And man, when you're saying 80% of your commission check is team commissions, that's phenomenal. So now we go back to building that house, and Eddie and I were using this illustration the other day. And he made a great illustration on top of it. He says, when you build a house like this, the cool thing is you can actually head out and go for vacation. No, that house isn't going to fall. So our team commissions, they use for rank advancements. Team commissions, which is going to take you up to your first step, which is your Builder 500. Okay. Builder 500, Builder 1000, and then it keeps going up. It just keeps on rolling up, and I'll show you all that kind of stuff in the back office when we go over there. But so your team commissions, excuse me, team commissions are there. The next thing we have, it's now called generational. This used to be called Fast Start Commission, but now it's called generations. Okay, I think it's generations, not generational. Okay, generations means this. You're here. Okay, you sponsor this guy. Let's say you sponsor Bob over here. Well, Bob turns around and he sponsors Sue. Okay. Based on what percentage Bob is at, that percentage, that first order bonus, that was called Fast Start Commissions now, goes directly to Bob, all right, as a thank you for bringing in Sue. What happens, though, and this pays out, again, this is anywhere from 15 to 25% based on what Bob is doing. Now, as long as this is happening, Sue, the generations, comes up, it skips up a level, okay? And it goes up and it finds the first person who is, I'm going to say Builder 500, gold, I'm sorry, bronze. Bronze, gold, and diamond. Okay? And what's going to happen is that the 25%, okay, that's paid out up to here, the maximum payout up here, gets split amongst here. This is 10%, this is 5, this is 5, and this is 5%. Okay? Now, we just talked about back here your team commissions. You talked about building your house here, your team commissions. As you go along, you hit Builder 500. For every person that you sponsor into the business, when they sponsor people, this goes on up the level as long as you're a Builder 500. Does that make sense? So you got Builder 500, Now
So
the system.
Dennis, so
Hmm.
so are you saying then that if I'm Builder 500, whether I sponsored Sue or not, as long as I am the upline Builder 500 of Sue, I will get a piece of that, what you're calling generational bonuses, correct?
That is correct.
And
That is correct.
if I'm the bronze upline person, I'll also get a piece. And then Sue sponsors someone, so I'll get a piece of that. And then that
Yep.
person sponsors someone, and I'll get a little piece of that. So are you saying that I'm going to also get, in addition to the initial 20 to 25% that I'm getting for getting someone and in addition to the 10% team commissions, I'm also making these other percentages based on whether I'm a Builder 500, bronze, gold, or diamond?
You are getting that, and not only that, but now it goes 10 generations deep,
Wow.
and that is phenomenal. That is a incredible bonus that is happening right here. So what's happening is you're getting paid for your team's duplication, and yeah, and once you hit Builder 500, it's a rolling 4 weeks. When you hit bronze, it's a rolling 4 weeks.
Now, the team commissions don't go 10. They go forever. It's the generational bonuses that go 10, correct?
That is correct.
Right.
That is correct. So the only thing on generations, and we just found out this today, you have to be active 150 PV, okay, or have purchased. I think it's either active 150 on your auto ship, or you have to have purchased $150 or 150 PV in product in the last cycle. I think it is. But I would just say that this is another avenue that they're going to pay you. Eddie, has that made any extra money for you on the generations?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's actually, and I'm being truthful when I say this, every single time I get into my back office, that's the first place I go is to the generational page that not only tells me how much money I've made off of this new generational Builder 500 bronze, gold, and diamond avenue to make money, but it also tells me who has come into the business. For example, if Dimitri puts someone in, who puts someone in, who puts someone in, I'm just giving you an example, who puts someone in, that person will be listed on my page, on that generation page, if I am either Builder 500 bronze, gold, if I am the Builder 500 bronze or gold upline to that person. And it's just really cool to see these people come in. I don't even know who they are, and there's a dollar figure next to them because of the generational bonus.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dimitri, is
Yep.
that pretty cool?
Yes. Fantastic.
So that's just 3 of the ways that they're going to pay. Now we're going to go to the next one. Okay, and the system just keeps getting better and keep getting better and keep getting better, and it's unbelievable. And there's actually another one after this that that I'll briefly touch on. The next one is called duplication. Okay, duplication. It means you're here. You sponsor 2 people, and you help them sponsor 2 people. Okay? That's all you got to do. Zija turns around, and they say, you know what? You did it. You're building your business. You're building it solid. We're going to pay you an extra $100 at the end of a period, which is at the 28 days. We are in cycle 4, I believe, right now.
Right.
Okay, so at the end of this week, if this is complete, they're going to pay you $100. Now, if you end up taking this down another level, okay, we're just going to go down another second level. I'm sure some people look at it and they go, well, $100 is nice, but we can really break that thing out a little further. That would be even better.
Listen to what he says.
I am watching the whole thing.
Okay, so at this point, they're going to turn around and say, hey, if you can do this, we're going to give you $250. And if you break
Dennis,
this out,
this is over and beyond all of the other commissions. This is all extra.
this is
Mm-hmm.
all extra. And I'm not going to draw
Yeah.
all these. I'm not going to draw all these out, but you get my point, okay? These are going to be happening all across here. So you get all this here, and basically, if you duplicate this all the way across this board, they're going to give you $1,500. And this is what's great about this. This is residual. And when I first saw this, I thought, well, there's no way. I said that's like every month you got to do it. Actually, Eddie called me up right after we got back from the summit. He said, no. I talked with John and I think it was John and Dee, and that is residual, which means basically once you build this, at the end of the period, it wipes out. What happens is that as people place their auto ships, they start filling back in these spots. Okay, they start turning green. They start filling in these spots. And if everybody is back on their auto ship, then they'll pay it out again. And this just happens over and over and over and over. And once you fill this thing up once, you can fill it up a second time. And the last way that they're doing this, as a bonus for everybody, this is really cool. They're giving you points for free product. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where that is, but you can redeem that in your back office. And what they're doing is simply this. For months 1 through 3, they're giving 5% of your PV. 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, and beyond. It's basically 5, 10, 15, and 20% if you're on auto ship. Okay, you add an extra 5% added to that. Okay, so that's a 10%, 15, 20, and a 25% going there, which is you can turn around and redeem that, and you can redeem up to 150 PV in one cycle. Go over there and purchase your product. The only thing you're going to do is pay the shipping. So that's 5 different ways of getting paid in this company. I think that's pretty impressive.
Definitely is.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swap over to my other screen here, and I'm going to show that one. Let's. We've got a couple things I want to share with you. Let's see here. All right. Okay, so we're going to go over here now. Simply showing you. You have multiple different websites. This is your replicated website. Okay. So as you can see, it's up here at the top. Let's see here. Up here at the top, it'll be your username. Okay. Your username with .myzija.com. We have the Ameo, which is your username.myameo.com. We have the Ripstick Supplements, which is our sports line, which is your username.myripsticks.com. So we have 3 different websites for you to go ahead and present. We have 3 different things for you to send people to, each category specific. What you're seeing right here is basically a lead capture page. Someone can fill this information in, and you capture it in your back office, or they can go right up here to the X and they can go ahead and fill it out. Here's all the information for you, for them to send. If they decide to come in and enroll, of course they're going. If they hit the enroll button, they're going to come in under you. Okay, so that is really handy to have that there. But I just wanted to show you real quick again. So like mine, my username is Dennis Olson, so it's dennisolson.myripsticks.com. All right, gonna go in real quick. Let's see here. Thought I had this one up already. Okay, so what I wanted to show you real quick here, this is actually this is my son's account here. I got him in the system here. When you go to your commissions, you're not going to see a whole lot here simply because He's in for positioning right now. Rank and commissions. You're going to go here. It's going to show you what your rank is. It's going to show you a check mark. If it says you're active with 75. If you've met two personal PV or two personally enrolled people of 75 or more, then what you see every single week as your points are going through, there's actually two bars sitting right here. The compass will continue to rise throughout the week. Builder 500, Builder 1000, Bronze, Silver, all that as it rolls up. If you want to know what it takes to get to some of these different levels, just click on that button, and you see right here, have two personally met, gives you all your requirements, your PVs. This is where your rank and your team commissions also plays a role. You can click on the buttons here. Oftentimes it'll say, like here, it'll say 348 rank. Okay, now it's 348 team GV because that is on auto ship. Okay, so if you bring in, you sponsor a bunch of people, your team sponsoring a bunch of people, and then all of a sudden this says 1500 rank volume, but your GV, your team volume is lower. That's because your rank is those first end payouts. It's being paid out on that side. That's getting you the different rankings, and I'll show you how that benefits you. That was that FSC or generations we were talking about, and but this right here is your team volume. This is what you get paid on. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, that's good, Dennis. I think when I first got started, I'm a detail guy, but I don't get all the details at first. I think it's really beneficial for people that are on this call and the people that you're going to be talking to, for example, Dimitri, to just grasp the basics, grasp the first order, what they call now the fast start commission, grasp the 10%, grasp the generational payouts, which again, when you reach Builder 500, bronze, gold, and diamond, those get paid out. And very important to understand that getting people to Builder 500 is a huge foundational building block, because if people get to Builder 500, which is not that difficult to get there, they've put a couple of people in, they've helped those people put a couple of people in, and the whole system starts to go. The snowball starts to roll. Wouldn't you say, Dennis, that that's kind of the entry level in terms of really getting it going and understanding what's happening?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you think about it, if you just help each person find two and help them get there too, and by doing that, you're building those center blocks down. You're building that foundation. The Builder 500 start happening. When you got guys on your Builder 500 on one side, Builder 500 on the other side, guess what? You went from Builder 500 to Builder 1000, from Builder 1000 to Builder to Bronze. You're just building a solid foundation, and that's what I like about this whole system. Is I mean, you can get into all this stuff here, but you don't have to. I don't even touch that because I'm not even there yet. I know what it takes, but that's okay. I'm looking at the next level, the next two levels. Okay. So this is a spot I come in and I check daily because it's going to tell you what your commissions are. It's going to show you where this is. There are commission reports in here. You can go in. You can look at this kind of stuff. It just depends on whether or not you really want to divulge in there. Genealogy.
I don't go in there very often. I just share this awesome product with people and teach these simple basics, and I just let all the details just fall into place, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's just very rarely that I go in there. You do go into your auto ship order. You click in here. Now we had. Of course, this got declined because credit card got changed over. Anyways, but you can come in here, you edit your auto ship. That's great. Once you're over 150 PV, don't come in here and place a personal order. Actually, Eddie, can you explain when you're purchasing, like if I'm going to place an order, okay, and but I want to have the whole team benefit from that order, how would I do that?
When you place a personal order, it's important, if you can, to put it under another individual. Meaning, for example, I just sponsored a guy in New York City this evening. Okay, his name's Brad. Brad's very excited. He's got a lot of people that love the product that are getting ready to come on board. And when he got in, he thought that he was just going to be using the product. So he got some product. He used it for a couple of weeks, found out how amazing it was, and now he says, because he's a young business guy, that he can really do this business. I called the company and asked if we could switch it so he could come in on a 660. They said no, he's already been put in on a case of mix. Just put his social security number and his birth date in, and he's a distributor. Well, that's all fine and good, and we already knew that, but he wanted extra product so he could share it with people. So what he's going to do, he's going to put his father in. This is important, so follow me. He's going to put his father in to the system. His father only wants to be a wholesale customer, but he's going to put his father in as a distributor on a 660. He will pay for it with another credit card, not the one he used previously, but another one. Because if you put in a different credit card, okay, you can ship to the same address. So he will put in a different credit card in his dad's name, ship it to his address, so he gets all the product. He gets credit for sponsoring that person, his dad, so he gets all the commissions, and he will get all of the product. Then he will switch his dad's auto ship, which is, of course, the person that he put in to get his own product. He'll switch that to his dad's address and just put that on a 75 auto ship for his father. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Dennis, could you touch base a little bit on what kind of commissions or what kind of income people can expect before hitting the Builder 500 position, and then once they hit the Builder 500, that they're basically going to be paid on the smaller team?
Okay. And it's really hard to kind of narrow it down. I have to say, when you come back here and you look at this, and it says Builder 500, Builder 1000, these are just average numbers, okay? Now, I will tell you this. We had one guy who came in the business, and I think it was his third week. He had over $650 in commissions, plus he knocked out the duplication, so he made over $750 in 1 week.
Wow.
Okay. So these numbers, I would just call it as a guide. This doesn't mean that when you're hit silver, this is exactly what you get. But what they've done is they've gone in the back office, they calculated out what the team commissions would be, the point wise and everything, and that's basically where they're coming up with these average numbers. Okay. So really, the thing to do is if you focus on introducing people to the business, okay, and introduce people to the business, and people can come in. The three kits we have are the 330s, the 660s, and the 1320s. The company even said the 330 and the 660 are the sweet spots. Now, you can come in, with just a single order, all right. But I want everybody to think on a bigger scale. That if everybody that was coming into this business was coming in on a 330, you're getting anywhere from $400 to there's some kits that are getting almost $460 some dollars in product for $330. Okay, so you're maximizing that. The 660, like what Eddie was just sharing, you're coming in at 660, you're getting $800 plus dollars in product. So you're getting some free product there. Plus, it's kind of expanding, what you've got on hand, so that you can share out with other people and sample, and you can build this company. See, Eddie could have talked to me till he was blue in the face about how great these products were, and what they were doing, and how they were just the most incredible products in the world. I probably would have said, man, that's great. Dimitri, when you got first introduced to him, you know, what did you have to do? You had to sample those products, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you sampled those products, that's when you were able to turn around and say, man, you know what? These things really do work. And you also went and did a tremendous amount of homework and on the company Zija, which, you know, when you watch one of the presentations, Eddie does a fantastic job in the presentation sharing about this whole company. All right. And there's all sorts of presentations in the back office, and we have tons of things with the team. So I'm not going to go really touch into that, but it's solid. And when people are coming in on the systems, you're talking a 330. When you sell a 330 kit, or when someone purchases a 330, it's 250 PV, which means 6250 is immediately paid out to you as a sponsor. Someone comes in at 660, it's 125. They come in at 1320, it's $250.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's immediate money coming out. So now we look here at Builder 500, 127. Well, it just depends on how many people came in. Okay, so these numbers are kind of all over the place. Just use them as kind of an area of where you want to be. I can tell you, gold is when you start getting qualified for, you know, your Mercedes. Okay, diamond, things happen big time. And what I do is I look back here. There's not a lot of big changes in the numbers here. They start to get better. They start growing. Here they really start getting momentum. And here it really almost doubles that emerald price or the emerald numbers. The reason being, you're building your house. You're building it strong. Those team commissions, as Eddie already said, 80% of the payouts. The fast start commissions now, we have those. Duplication, everything that's coming into play. I mean, these numbers can go all over the place. Okay, so I would just say focus on Builder 500, focus on your team, Builder 500, and let's build it that way. I want to show you real quick here on promotions. Obviously, my son's inactive here. He's not going to have the FSC commissions. But this is where Eddie was saying he comes in and checks. You'll actually see a lineup right here. I had some pages that I had pulled from my own account that showed, but they would show here, and it would show who's been sponsored, and it would show basically, you know, the commissions, the payout percentages as they go up. Here's your rewards. These are your points here that you can use to purchase. Again, here it's talking about the 5%, 10, 15, and 20%. Click on here, use your reward points. You can basically just spend it right off of here. Team Builder. People need to come in and take a look at this. This is brand new. This happened from the summit, Circuit 1. You come here, Level 1. I want you to look at this. Here's what we just drew out. As people come in, and this can slide back and forth, you can see your people as they start coming in. You fill this out. Here's your qualifications. Earn $100. Level 2, earn $250. Level 3, $1,500. Residual income. Boom. Those are just bonuses that the company put out there. And again, if you just help to get to, guess what? You're going to get paid, and you're going to build this thing strong. And one of the things that this company, and Eddie, I think you when you were there at the summit also, you really heard this being spoken very loud, is if you keep it simple and you just help your team build. And that's one of the things that impressed me about this company the most, is that it's about helping your team build. And that's why we're on the call right now. Nope. I'm not sure if we lost him or not. But oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm here.
So those are there. There's other things in your back office. Get used to, or figure out, or take some time back here. Tons of resources. They just added a FAQ here for people. You can go back in. I think, as far as I'm concerned, if there's any other questions, we can hit those. But that's a pretty good introduction to how this comp plan works out.
Hey, Dennis.
Yeah.
I know that this was probably not part of your plan tonight, but can you take 60 seconds? Can you go to teamvictory.org?
Oh, yes.
Real quick and show them the files and documents?
Yes, I'm sorry. I actually had that up as a web or a
No,
window.
that's fine. I want to make sure that everybody that's on here has at least done this, because if you haven't spent the time to do this, there's certain parts of working a business that are absolutely necessary, and this is one. If you're like me, you want to go from step 1 to step 34 in 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
and start making money and start, getting on stage and presenting. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So Dennis is going to show you the files and documents tab and tell you exactly what to go through there. And I might add just a little bit. Go ahead, Dennis.
Absolutely. Well, here's your files and documents. Here's let's go ahead in here. Your Team Victory Fast Start training is right here. All right. You got to go through. You got to go through these sections. Just download them. Actually, when I clicked on it, it's downloading to my computer right now. Not that it's not already there, but anyways, go through. Click on these things. Go through them. One of the very first things, and I think it's hilarious that I'm glad you brought this up, because when I first got in, I went to videos, and I watched the videos there, and I was about, I don't know, 2.5 months into it, and I saw Will Weaver point to something, and he was saying training videos, and I went, oh, I never went to those. I went somewhere else. So you want to come here to training videos. Watch Making the Shift. Watch the Fast Start training. Okay? Will Weaver did this one, did a fantastic job. Okay?
It just makes such a huge difference. The training, of course, for Zija is fantastic, but the Making the Shift video, while it does take almost an hour to watch, it will absolutely get what I call your mindset where it needs to be to move forward. Otherwise, you're going to end up being like everybody else, and wondering how to make money in network marketing, how to make money in a great company like Zija, which you don't want to spin your wheels. I mean, like I said on the call last night, you can make a whole lot of noise and not go anywhere. When you sit in your car and you start it and you hit the gas pedal, and if it's not in drive, you're not going to go anywhere. It's going to get loud, and it's just not going to go anywhere. So in order to get your business in drive and to go places, you actually have to have these tools to get prepared to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. So we always tell everybody, just go in here. It takes 2 hours. I mean, it's an hour and 13 minutes, and this is 24 minutes. Jim Rohn, a lot of us have these on CD, and we just listen to them. I mean, mine's actually stuck in my CD player in my truck. So I mean, that's all. If I listen to CD, that's it right there. And I love listening to Jim Rohn. Man, it was incredible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Eric Worre, GoPro. I mean, he's another one, phenomenal one. So just come back in here, watch his videos, take the time, do the program, and get started. Get started right. There's a lot of money to be made in this company. We're about $220 million company.
Actually, no. You know what? I used to say that. Everybody was talking about 200 million. We're not quite at 200 million yet. So it is so early in this company. It's just unbelievable. The product's amazing. The leadership's awesome. It's early. Like I always say, go to the mall and ask 100 people to pronounce Zija, and 98 of them can't even pronounce it. So they don't even know what it is.
Oh man, so that means the airplane hasn't even closed its door yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's
time.
the beauty. Oh my gosh, yeah, and this is going to be a $1 billion company. It's going to be a $2 billion company. It's heading there. Dimitri, is this the right time to be in?
Oh yeah, definitely the right time to be in. Usually, I mean, you can technically make, even if you get into a company when it's already at $1 billion or several $1 billion, that you can, with good leadership skills and all that, you can definitely build up a good team. But it's actually proven that the most, the easiest time to make it big in a company is right between that 100 million and $1 billion mark. You know, but you know, but yeah, definitely anytime you can take it big, but that's the best time to, you know, get into the company. This is no better time than right now.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Well, guys, it's been a great call.
Dennis, you did a great job. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, guys, for being on. Appreciate all your input.
Yeah,
Dimitri,
thanks, Dennis.
thanks for getting this thing rolling.
Hey, appreciate it.
You betcha.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, buddy.
All right, guys,
you
thanks. Take care, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye. This call is recorded, so we will have a link on it.